This machine draws, I paint, and then somehow it turns into a purse. Let's go! Today I'm turning this blank piece of canvas into a handmade custom masterpiece using the LOKLiK iPaint machine. And yes, this thing can even create paint by number designs after loading up a photo. But for today's look, I'm just using the outline and adding my own splash of color. I'm way too controlling to go off another image for coloring, but let me tell you, the works of art you can make with this paint by number function are more fabulous than a sale at your favorite craft store. Plus, it might even put you in a museum. This kit comes packed with everything I need. I have 3 paintbrushes. It came with 3 drawing pens, 2 gel and 1 heat erasable, masking tape, 2 very large canvas sheets, and a full rainbow of little giant pots of color, each one numbered when you do your paint by number option. I mean, come on, have you ever seen this many colors in one product? Oh my gosh, it's amazing how many colors they give you. I'm so excited to get started. And of course it comes with the iPaint machine itself, which is this bad boy right here. It's like literally getting your own art assistant, but in a box. Before I get started, I'm going to hop over to the LOKLiK website to check out some of the other creative tools that they have. They've got everything from heat presses and vinyl covers to this wonderful iPaint machine that I'm going to try out today. If you like DIY projects, it's definitely worth browsing their shop because you might find your new obsession, like I did with the iPaint. Speaking of which, I would like to thank LOKLiK iPaint for sponsoring this video and giving the opportunity for me to try out their product. I am so excited to use it. I can't wait. So thank you so much. So you know, LOKLiK is running a Kickstarter campaign. All you need to do is go to the link in my description. And once you go there, the early bird price starts from $1.99. Now that's a great deal for this machine. And what I love is that they design tools that are super beginner friendly, but still give pro level results. Now I'm gonna load the pen into the machine and tape my canvas down so it doesn't shimmy away. Now to get started, since I'm making a purse, I actually spray painted the canvas with some chalk paint. Okay, so now I'm going to pull in a new image. I'll pick that one right there, open. We'll shrink it. So we're just shrinking it down a little more right here. And the next thing we're going to do for this version is pick standard cut. That looks good. I'm going to hit apply. Okay, now I'm going to go to make, line art. It is on a canvas panel. The pen I'm going to use is the heat erasable. And then we're going to preview it to make sure that it's going to be on the page. Okay, and then the very next thing we need to do is hit add to task list, and then we will go ahead and what's going on with that? And there we have it. First we're going to come in with a darker shade of pink, then we'll do some blending with a lighter shade of pink. I'm going to bring it off the page so when I cut it out there won't be any areas that need to be painted. Now I'm going to come in with some of the lighter paint and I'm going to just stroke up with it. more. And just stroke up. And I gotta look at it. Okay, then we'll come back in with the darker paint for the next one. First, we're going to go into the leaves and we're going to paint the first part of them this color of green right here, and then we'll go back and add some shading with a darker shade of green. Now we're going to come in with this green and do a little shading. Now I'm going to come back in with some pink for the flowers in the middle, and then after that I'm going to use some yellow to make the little thingies inside the flowers. I'm going to use a tapping motion because I don't want there to be a clear outline. Now I'm using this color right here to go around the outside of the flowers. So let me show you the last flower and how it works. And right here is the last flower that we'll be working on. And all we want to do is take and we're going to trace the outline of the flower. And then just little tiny dots to slowly blend it in to the rest of the colors. Now we're going to use yellow to make the little middle part of the flowers. And I've done most of it already, so I'm just going to show you on this one last flower how to do it. You'll start out by making dots all around the inside of the flower. Then you'll make lines that connect all the little dots to themselves. Just like that. And now you have your flowers inside. Alright, so this is the final version of the painting. And the next thing we're going to do is take a paper cutter and cut around just the edges. So let's lift this up. It's kind of stuck from... I put gloss on it too. I forgot to tell you. I sprayed some glossy spray gloss on it to make sure that all the paint would stay nicely on the canvas. And since it's going to be a purse, it's going to get some wear and tear. So that's why I use the extra spray over the top of it. Okay, this right here is a paper cutter, and we're just going to raise the cutting blade up, and we're going to place it on a line that goes straight. You can tell where it's going to cut because it has an end right here, and it shows exactly where it'll cut. Okay, let's give this one a try. Perfect. Here is the finished design. Now that it's dry, I'm going to fold it like I'm making a burrito. Leave a couple inches at the top for salsa, aka the closure. Okay, so watch how I do this. Okay, so we're going to turn the picture over, and then we're going to take and choose which side we want for the clasp and which side we want to come up. So I've chosen this side to come up. I'm going to fold it. looks pretty straight to me. So now what I'm going to do is take this fabric glue and I'm going to glue it along the line. And this fabric glue is permanent, dries clear, and works well. I'm putting the fabric glue along the inside of each one of these closures here. Okay, and now I'm just going to fold it up and press down where the fabric glue is. Now, when I'm pressing down, I'm going to take a paper towel and press it so the glue that comes out on the paper towel and not on the purse. So we're going to press that side, and then we're going to press this side. Now, if you have a bunch of hair clips like I do, and you're wondering what to do with them besides put them in your hair and make decorations out of them, you can use these to hold this together. So we're going to put one on the bottom. We're going to put one on the top on this side, and I'm just using the very ends of the clips so my fabric doesn't get bent. And I'll put one in the middle. Now we can fold this top over here, just like I said, just like a burrito. Put it your direction so you can see. And then we're going to take and glue a couple snaps to this purse. So you have to snap it open. That'll make it much better than just having this open. So let me grab my snaps. The snaps I have are a magnetic snap. So all we're going to do is glue them so they're still magnetized on and glue them on each side. So watch as I do this. We're going to use some E6000 this time because it glues on everything and we're connecting metal to fabric, so E6000. We'll take and we'll put some E6000 over the snap on one side, and then we will carefully turn it over and put E6000 on the snap on the other side. Okay, and then what we're going to do is attach that snap right to the side here. And then we're going to take the next snap and do the same thing, and then we're going to close it. That snap right there. Now you want to try to press your seam here so it stays good. And we're going to need to hold this glue for just a little bit, so you'll want to keep some pressure on it. Alright, so I'll come back with you once that part's done, and we will start the very last part, which is putting trim along the edge of our opening. Or our closure, whichever you want to call it. So I just went ahead and glued on this piece of ribbon here. I glued it right to the front flap. I recorded it, but I actually didn't record it, so I'm telling you what I did. So we wanted to put the glue along the inside of, or along the outside of the front flap, but we want to keep that glue not super close to the edge of the flap because we don't want it to dry and close the purse permanently, because that's not our style. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to add some of these little doodads to the sides of it. To glue these little gemstones on, I am going to use some of the fabric glue. So with this, we'll just let it sit and it will dry nicely. And then we're just going to freestyle and put some of those little gems just right along here, and we'll put one up here too. Now they say self-adhesive, but don't believe it because you got to glue these babies on to get them to stay. They're like self-adhesive for like paper or something. We'll put a little dot of glue on this one. Next thing we need to do is find something suitable for a little handle. Here it is, my custom purse designed by me and outlined by my robot helper, the iPaint by LOKLiK. And I believe this is fabulous for any occasion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me open her up and I'll show you what we can do. Okay, so once we open up the purse, you can see there are 2 snaps right there and then a little bling in the middle for just the fun of it. There's also some bling on the other side. And so I have some change here, and I just thought we'd put the change in the purse. There we go. And we can close it, and our change is safe. So this definitely would make a nice little clutch or a chain purse or a change purse, not a chain purse. It doesn't have any chains on it. Or really anything you like. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, questions, I think I said that, then please be sure to leave them in the comments below. If you want to make your own custom bag or turn your artwork into something you can wear, definitely check out the LOKLiK iPaint. I'll drop a link in the description, and there will be plenty of other information in the description too. So be sure to check out the entire description before you leave the video. And of course, like, comment, and subscribe for more creative projects like this. Thank you again to LOKLiK iPaint for sponsoring this video and for making my day by helping me make this purse. I hope everybody has a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic day, and I will see you in the next upload. Peace out.